È tutto pronto lì anche?
Proviamo a chiedere.
Chiedi.
Diamo un messaggio a Claudio.
È arrivato un messaggio. Sempre visto.
Ehi Claudio, come va? Sono qua con Mark.
Ciao Claudio, ciao.
Volevamo chiederti se lassù è tutto pronto, a Campiglio ci aspettano e se sei carico per la gara campione in pista su a Campiglio.
Arriviamo pronti per sciare.
Ciao Claudio.
Grande, dai che gli rispondiamo. Vai tu.
Ciao Pecco, noi siamo ancora in ufficio, ma ti aspettiamo comunque a Campiglio e mi raccomando porta Mark, eh?
Sì, in ufficio non ci crede mai. Vabbè, vai. Nevischiola. Vediamo se ci sono Tullio e Matteo in giro. Diamo un'occhiata. Eccoli. Ciao Tullio.
Ciao Claudio.
Ciao Matteo.
Claudio, ciao Davide.
Allora?
Bentornati, vi stavamo aspettando.
Forse per noi non ce ne saremmo mai andati, a dire la verità.
Tu vuoi dire che tradiresti Borgo Panigale per Madonna di Campiglio?
Gale è nel cuore, ma Madonna di Campiglio è parte di Ducati.
Beh guarda, voi ci portate la bellezza delle vostre moto, la forza del vostro team e il talento dei vostri piloti e noi vi facciamo trovare questo paradiso. Un piccolo universo fatto di tanti piccoli mondi, ognuno speciale. Siamo tra le Dolomiti di Brenta, patrimonio UNESCO dell'umanità, e il gruppo dell'Adamello e della Pressanella, il ghiacciaio più grande d'Italia. Un luogo davvero suggestivo e seducente, dove il territorio e il Trentino e Madonna di Campiglio vi possono accogliere.
Noi lo conosciamo bene. Ci sentiamo a casa qua perché tutto quello che hai raccontato davvero per noi personalmente, ma anche per Ducati, per la marca, ci sentiamo proprio inseriti, perché lo sai che per noi la bellezza, star bene insieme, far star bene i nostri clienti è in un posto in cui c'è tanta armonia e bellezza insieme, è proprio perfetto per noi, quindi andiamo alla grande. Grazie di averci qui.
Claudio, possiamo proprio dire che siamo sulla stessa traiettoria. Qui inoltre siamo all'interno del Parco Naturale Adamello Brenta, è un geoparco UNESCO, è proprio una natura che ti accoglie, ti rigenera e ti fa stare bene. Poi c'è anche un bel senso di ospitalità delle persone del luogo, sapete bene che c'è un ottimo cibo e anche una buona compagnia.
Perfetto. Allora dai ragazzi, andiamo a sciare. Via.
Che pensavo che ci si potesse divertire solo con 2 ruote.
No, 4.
No, non è male.
Mi ricordo il primo rally che ha fatto Audi con la 4 ruote motrici sulla neve, ha dato più di mezz'ora al secondo e nessuno se lo aspettava, quindi
No, veramente era una cosa. Poi la reazione dell'elettrico è meravigliosa.
quello è il sogno di tutti i piloti, riuscire in un tornantino a avere quella potenza che ti serve al momento giusto.
Far quello che vuoi.
Perché questa è una macchina 100% elettrica, quindi Audi, che è promotore della sostenibilità qui a Campiglio, questo è il top: guidare sul laghetto ghiacciato a queste velocità, divertendosi come ci siamo divertiti, però mantenendo la sostenibilità al 100%.
Ottimo, dai, perfetto, è stata un'esperienza fantastica. Grazie
Anche
ancora.
per me essere con 2 icone e miti come voi.
A proposito,
Team purtroppo per un impegno non è qui con noi, però ci ha registrato un bellissimo video.
ottimo.
Thank you, Claudio, and thanks to your whole team for once again bringing this event to life and for keeping Ducati's colors and passion present in Madonna di Campiglio. The results you've achieved so far show something very clear. Motivation, teamwork, and a clear vision take you a long way. Not by chance, these are the same factors that helped us at Audi Italia to reach a new sales record last year. But while motivation, collaboration and vision are essential for innovation, without speed in execution, you risk arriving too late. That's why we decided to take on the world's toughest starting grid, the Formula One. The new Audi Revolut F1 journey, starting in less than 2 months, isn't only about taking on a new sporting challenge. It's driven by the belief that competition can translate into value for our customers. And will also bring into our company the speed of decision-making and reaction that defines motorsport. So follow us, support us, cheer for us. We won't promise a podium in the first season. We are not Ducati yet. but I'm sure our passion will create moments that will stay with you for a long time. Have a fantastic day with the Ducati family.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, benvenuti, welcome, buongiorno. Welcome to Madonna di Campiglio. We are high up here, as you have just seen, in the heart of the beautiful, beautiful Dolomites, where the stillness of the winter is about to be broken by pure speed, the mountain silence meeting raw power. And of course, here, passion finds its natural home, because this isn't just a beautiful place, as you saw in that video before. There is so much more to it than that. This is a place where year after year, Ducati turns the page to start a new chapter. And it's great to see so many familiar faces with us here today, ready to get on the road. And to know as well, back home, a lot more live streaming around the world are ready to join us all on that journey here today. Today isn't just about presenting a team. It's about celebrating more than that, a culture, a way of racing, a way of thinking. Ducati isn't just building bikes. Ducati's about pushing and challenging limits, about never being satisfied, and about turning ambition into performance. And today, together, we all embark on a brand new chapter in that story. Welcome to the Ducati Lenovo Team 2026. And to begin this journey, we need to call on the man who guides Ducati's vision every single day. So please give a warm welcome to the CEO of Ducati himself, Mr. Claudio Domenicali.
Ciao Kevin.
Very good morning to you, Claudio. I saw in the video before, I know Davide was trying to make out you were working, but it looked like you've been able to have some fun here this weekend already.
Yeah, actually it's part of our spirit, we always say to our people that our motto is kind of work hard and play hard. So actually that was part of the play, and really, to be honest, that little part of the footage was just a little that actually there is Matteo is in front of me, actually, which is the head of APT here, and actually he made some kind of really strong turn afterwards. Really show us how on the snow you can have the same grip that you have on tarmac with slick tires, if you are proper. So we learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun.
It looked like it. Hey, I'll leave the floor to you, Claudio.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and a warm welcome also from my side, and a warm welcome also to all the people that are connected from home and see this presentation. Is always very emotional. It's a beginning of a new journey, but doing here in Madonna di Campiglio for us, it's a little bit like a tradition now. It's a fantastic place and reflect a lot of the value actually there is in our brand, in Ducati, in the way we want to stay together. Let me begin actually thanking all the authorities that are here that actually help us in organizing everything. So Trentino Marketing, actually the Provincia Autonoma di Trento with the presence here of the councillor, so Roberto Failoni, which is here, so thank you very much for supporting us, and APT Campiglio. Actually, we found in all these organizations a lot of common values, so that helped a lot. And in this fantastic place, we really feel that we can work, and there will be a lot of work today, a lot of interview. All the riders will be available, all the Ducati management will be available. So we will do a lot in trying to explain why we think this year will be another positive year for us, for Ducati. but also we'll have a lot of fun. This evening we will be together on the top of the slopes, and then we will get down together in the night, and then tomorrow we'll be on the ski. So actually that's part of the philosophy that we love having a place like this one to communicate to the whole world, because it's not only about racing, but it's Ducati in general. And it's a fantastic occasion also to actually share a kind of an idea that we have, that Ducati in this moment, in 2026, is a kind of a unique company in the world, because it's merged in a kind of a unique pattern, elements that they have no comparison in any other brand in the world in two wheels. When we put together the heritage that we have, the incredible racing success, the technology that we have in the current model range, all set in a design which is very typical, very sporty, but very elegant, very Italian, so the typical Ducati design. When we talk about heritage this year, it's a presentation that will remain in the history of the company, because it's the presentation of the MotoGP team, which actually is our biggest racing effort in the year of Centenario. So we are in a company that 2026 turned 100. And actually 100 is a lot, but we are especially proud that this 100 year has been filled with a number of incredible products. Some of them has made the history of motorcycle. Let's think only, for example, 916, that have been a bike that will remain in the history of motorcycle in general. And just to quote only one. And so we thought it was a very good moment to actually reinterpret a color that actually will be a new color for the MotoGP that we'll see in a while. We call it Rosso Centenario. We took inspiration from a color that comes from our past, actually a color that was present in the Ducati 60 and Ducati Mariana. Both of them are very relevant in our history. And so we thought it was a very good moment to use one of our most powerful marketing tool, which is MotoGP, to show this message. And I want also to thank Aldo Drudi that helped us to put together the livery, because not only the color is new, but there are stripes on the bike that comes back in the history of Ducati. We used that already in the past racing success of our company. Actually, a second element which is very peculiar for the company is the racing result. Actually, we have been told a lot already, but just one number, I think it's incredible. 88 consecutive podium have never been done by any other manufacturer in MotoGP. So thanks a lot for Ducati Corse, and that put together the heritage with a fantastic present. So not only the past, but the present. And actually, this is paired with the result in World Superbike. We won 21 on 38 manufacturer championship. So an incredible racing result that are really contemporary. So not only the past, but the present. And when we move to the product, which actually is what our client actually can purchase, we have a model range that never like us has been high developed in technology and performance. So this is the reason why we think we have to be so proud of turning 100 in so good shape for the company. All together, as we said, paired with this incredible design, which is so much part of our brand. With this said, we can move talking about racing. And when you talk about racing from such a good, let's say, history of result, it's always difficult to say what's next. We'll have a lot of time to talk about that, but what I can reassure is that the determination is very strong. So the will to continue to get this result is very strong in the company. Ducati Corse is very motivated. The whole company, our shareholder, is very motivating in supporting us. So we start a new season with a lot of result achieved. But as Gigi said, every new season we start from zero. So we start from 0 point. All together, we will have the same possibility, all the manufacturer, all the rider. So with that said, I think we have to join all together in making the best wish of a fantastic season for our heroes, the rider, for our engineers, and all the team of Ducati Corse. So all the best for this 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Claudio. Just as you were wishing all the best, of course, to the Ducati team, we saw Tim Bartlett there from Audi Italy, and I'm sure you want to wish your best as well on the project that Audi are undertaking in the racing world this year.
Yeah, this is actually big news. Audi entering Formula One with the Audi Revolut team is a big news, but thinking about that, it's kind of, I think, remarkable and impressive that our group, so the Audi group where Ducati belong, is the only group in the world that races in both the most relevant championship, both 2 wheels and 4 wheels. And this makes a lot, talks a lot about actually how much the group thinks that the racing is relevant. And I'm very happy for that, because Audi come back to a kind of a situation where when they had Audi Quattro and racing in the rally and Le Mans. So there is a lot in the history of Audi, actually, of incredible racing success. And the transfer of technology of this racing in the production. You mean Audi Quattro, you know, how much that developed the possibility to make a traction. And Dindo said, actually, half an hour difference. I didn't know that, you know, so it's kind of incredible. And yesterday with Gigi, we were discussing about how Quattro really make a difference, and actually other brand maybe not so sophisticated in managing the 4-wheel drive traction. And having them together now, racing Formula One, I think there will be also a possibility of exchange, and already we started. So very happy about that.
Excellent.
And so the best of luck and the best wish for a fantastic starting. Team said we cannot promise a podium, but let's hope for the best from the start, and actually for a long journey of success to our friends of Audi.
You never know. Claudio, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Claudio Domenicali, thank you. Right, I know you're all going to be eager for what's to come, what's underneath these covers here now, but let's take a moment to remember what has brought us to this moment here today, because the future is built on what you do today, and of course, what you did yesterday too. And what Ducati did in 2025 really was something truly special. A season of battles, of details, of all kinds of pressure being laid on them. But it was a season that was built on talent, on hard work, and of course, an incredible team effort. So let's relive those moments now, because to understand where we're going, we need to remember where we've come from. Definitely, I think it deserves a round of applause, because it gets the blood flowing, doesn't it? What a season it was, what a story. But beyond those video images, beyond the footage, there is something else. There is consistency, there is method, and there's a standard that just keeps being raised weekend after weekend. The numbers that you can see behind me, the statistics, as Mark said, more than just a number. But they are definitely proof of a team that never stops pushing. Again, a third rider to win the MotoGP Triple Crown. So that's the third crown. 4 different riders winning a race on a Desmosedici last year. What Claudio mentioned before, the remarkable 88 podiums in a row. They're evidence. It's not opinion, this is evidence. With all Ducati riders scoring a podium, 7 all Ducati rostrums. It's clear that the Ducati Desmosedici is the powerhouse still of MotoGP. So those are the numbers. 2025 now is a part of Ducati's rich history. We can consign that to the history, and we can move on to the future now, because we've got these 2 motorcycles here alongside me, ready to reveal. So I think you all are eagerly waiting to see what comes. Ducati has never been a brand that lives in the past. Racing teaches you one simple rule, that the next challenge always starts with a blank sheet of paper. And that next challenge starts here and now, a new season, a new story to write, the same hunger, the same ambition, the same objective to fight for victory every race, everywhere, every single weekend. Let's welcome the Ducati Lenovo Team 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, your Ducati Lenovo Team 2026, of course, Francesco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez, and wow, yeah, a round of applause, please. An incredible moment. I'm pretty sure right now on YouTube, on the MotoGP website, on social media, things are going off right now. I'm pretty sure the bike looks fantastic. I'm going to get a little bit closer, though, and ask our two great champions up on stage a couple of questions. Pecco, first of all, welcome back. The bike, it looks great. What do you reckon? We saw a video teaser earlier, I remember, with your first impressions of looking at the bike. Now we can see it. What do you think? It's beautiful, isn't it?
I think I told to Claudia yesterday that this is the best bike I rode from 2021 that I'm in the factory team. The livery is fantastic. I really like it. Red and white, I think, is a great combinations, and I really like it.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And Marc, back here as the champ after your bet on red last year. But first of all, what everyone wants to know, first of all, is how are you? How are you after the injury? How has your winter been in recuperation?
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm coming better. I'm working super hard during this winter to arrive. Thailand will be the main target, but yeah, as you see on the social media, I'm already riding a different kind of bike, so everything is going in a good way.
That's good to hear. And what's about the livery? Red again, of course, but slightly different shade, shall we say. Rosso Centenario, as it was described, I think, by Claudio earlier. Matte, two white lines as well down the front. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, always. Fast bike is a nice bike. So this is the key point. So we will see during the preseason, but yeah, at least the design is super nice, and we will try to perform in the best way to celebrate the Centenario of Ducati.
Yeah, there's always a couple of tents in a Go Faster stripe. There's no doubt about it. And Pecco, how has your winter been as well? What's it like for you to be here again in Mundo di Campiglio? This is now your 6th season as a factory Ducati rider.
Yeah, winter been great. I had time to reflect, to imagine the season, trying to improve. Luckily, I have a good reference in the team, in the garage, so I can be close to him and try to steal some secrets. But I had time to work. I had time to train a lot and arriving to the first test prepare. And yeah, it's super good to be here in Madonna di Campiglio again. Like you said, 6th season in the factory team, and I think we had great memories and working to add some news during the season.
Yeah, hopefully we can create some more in 2026. And Mark, as I said before, you bet on red. This was all new, wasn't it, to you last year? But how different does this event feel here in Madonna di Campiglio, coming here as the world champion?
Yeah, I was speaking before with my girlfriend and manager. It's like a déjà vu, you know. Everything is in the same place, same style, but a different year and a different experience. And of course, this year I feel much more relaxed. Last year I was quite nervous, some butterflies in the stomach. This year we have that butterflies to start the season, but I already know the people, I already know the bike, I already know the teammates. So yeah, looking forward to start the season and starting the same way that we finished.
Maybe not so crazy on the skis this year like last year.
No, this year, all winter, I tried to minimize the risk. So this year I will not ski anymore because it's not my sport.
I think people will understand, the people from Madonna di Campiglio, I think everyone will understand that. Right, behind every great result, there is, of course, a technical vision, a direction, and as we know, an attention, an obsession, really, for detail. So, to join us up on stage, please welcome the Ducati Corse Division General Manager, Gigi Dall'Igna.
Ciao a tutti and welcome to Madonna di Campiglio.
Thank you, Gigi. Great to have you with us here. What a lineup, though. Mark, Pecco and Mark, 9 MotoGP World Championships between them. It is now the most decorated pairing that Ducati have ever had on their factory bikes. Does this add pressure then to your work, or does it create more peace of mind?
No, honestly speaking, it's fantastic to have such a great champion in our team, you know. They won a lot. They won 13 races last year. They won 16 sprint and 23 podiums. So they know exactly what we have to do in order to achieve our target, and you know, it's wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic. Another new season coming up, though. A new challenge. So how do you approach the new season?
This new season, it's a little bit different than the others because we have 2 projects in parallel. Because for sure we have the 26 bike that it's important for this season, but we have also the 27 machine because at the end of the year the rules completely change, and so it's really difficult for us to work in 2 projects at the same time.
I can imagine it's a huge undertaking, isn't it, for a factory like Ducati? And when you look at this motorcycle, what part do you think of this whole project best represents Ducati's racing philosophy today?
You know, honestly, it's a lot of things, a lot of idea in the bike. The most part of them we introduce and implement not only in the race machine but also on the street bike, for example, like the Panigale. But if I have to choose only one, I think that the Ride Day device is something special. Is something that we have to dismiss at the end of the year because of the rules. Is something that we change every year because it's so important for the performance. So it's a really clever part.
It absolutely is. We've seen it transform MotoGP over recent years. Pecco, we know that if we look back to 25, 2 victories, of course, we mustn't forget that, but it wasn't all you would have wished for, of course. There were certain struggles. So having gone through a challenging year like that, do you think that this season will see a new and improved Pecco that builds on everything that you've learned?
Yeah, I think it's a similar question that I received last year where I was winning a lot, but I lost the championship. And this year we are speaking about other difficulties, but in both situations you can also always grow. I think last year was tough, not just for me, also for the team, because was difficult to understand and to see clearly the situation. So many times we had good potential, but we didn't reach the result. Other times we had some bad lucks, like the puncture on the rear tire in Malaysia. And other times I was struggling a lot to find my feeling, to find the performance. But in any case, I think with the calm and with the work we did this winter, we can try to adapt and we can try to improve from these situations.
We all have our fingers crossed for you this year, Pecco, definitely. Mark, you don't need to say it, of course. Your objective, of course, is to retain the title this year. But my question is now, you've won it all. You've achieved, you've come back, you've achieved everything that you've probably set yourself out to achieve. So where do you draw the hunger from? Where do you draw that motivation from to keep pushing every year?
I mean, I think the passion is the main key. I mean, I have a big passion about riding a bike, but not riding a bike, about competition. Is the best fuel I have in my body, and a season like 2025 just create more motivation. It's like sometimes like, okay, now you achieve the target and now you will drop, but it's opposite. I mean, that season 2025 give me the power enough for work a lot this winter again, and as you know, with a long rehabilitation. But yeah, I was there every day working, thinking only that I want to taste again the victory. So let's see if we can this year.
That's made a few people at home worried, I'm sure, to hear that, to know that the hunger is still there. Gigi, last year, we've already seen the statistics, record-breaking season, the Triple Crown again, marking another year of Ducati dominance in MotoGP. I'm sure you never get tired of winning, that much is certain, but how do you maintain the standards? How do you keep them so high year on year?
It's, we love victory, we love win. But not only me, the riders, the technician, the mechanics, the woman, the man of Ducati Corse love to win race. And, I think it's a part of our DNA.
Absolutely, it is. And as you mentioned there, engineers, performance isn't built only with the carbon and the metal that we see here. It's also built with data, with software, simulation, and intelligence. And to tell us more about that, please welcome up onto the stage Technical Director for the Ducati Lenovo Team, Davide Barana. Ciao, Davide.
Good morning.
Good morning, Davide. Great to have you with us. And as I was saying before, I think it's fair to say now that a bike is almost like a MotoGP machine anyway, like a living system, constantly evolving all the time. So building on what you learned in 2025, what are the most significant changes that we're going to see in the bike compared to last year? And how have these changes been shaped by data, insights, and learnings from the continuous development work that the team do?
Yes, the MotoGP bike is a very complex system. So we have worked on multiple fronts to improve it. Certainly, we want to improve chassis performance by reducing vibration, because it has been quite frequent complaint last year, and also enhancing the bike stability, in particular in high-speed circuit like Essen or Phillip Island. And as Gigi said, we will bring, I'm proud to say, the very last, more sophisticated version of our ride high device before the ban next year. But not only, in motorsport, top speed is very important. We have worked on engine performance in spite of engine freeze, working on free components like air intake to improve airflow and hence horsepower, and also lubricant and oil specification. And last but not least, we will bring, as usual, a new aero package that will improve again, top speed by reducing drag, and also enhancing downforce to help our riders in exit corner acceleration and also cornering speed. So, but I'm not here alone to tell the story. For the last 8 years, invisible yet important partner helped us improving performance and innovation. I'm talking about Lenovo technology. And today I'm proud and excited to introduce you on stage live this team member, the Ducati Lenovo Racing Intelligence.
Okay, so we can talk directly to the motorcycle, effectively. Race intelligence. Okay, well, I'll ask a few questions first of all. How have past racing insights driven this bike's evolution?
Every lap, every test session, and every race feeds into a constant learning process. Engineers analyze vast amounts of historical data, using advanced computing and AI to uncover patterns that aren't visible to the human eye alone. Past seasons aren't achieved and forgotten. They become a living data set that actively shapes what comes next. With Lenovo's technology powering the analysis, the team gains a faster, deeper understanding of what worked, what didn't, and why. It creates a continuous learning loop between the bike, the engineers, and the data, where every experience fuels future performance.
Okay, so in racing, of course, it's about anticipating what's coming around the corner, not just reacting to things. So how do you make that happen on track?
Anticipation starts with simulation. AI models are used to run thousands of scenarios before they ever play out on track, combining current and historical data to generate predictive insights. During a race weekend, these insights inform everything from bike setup and performance to strategy and in-the-moment decision-making. By preparing for changing conditions and unpredictable race variables in advance, engineers can reduce reaction time and make smarter decisions earlier. In a sport where every millisecond matters, data turns preparation into precision. Winning isn't just about reacting well, it's about being ready before the moment arrives.
Okay, so we're about to go testing. Before a wheel ever turns, how do the engineers prepare the bikes for the first test of the year?
Performance begins long before the bike leaves the garage. Engineers use virtual testing and simulation to accelerate development, exploring ideas and possibilities in a digital environment first. Human expertise and AI work side by side, with Lenovo's technology providing the computing power needed to handle complex analysis at speed. Concepts are validated virtually before they're proven physically, allowing us to arrive at the first tests with clarity and confidence. By the time the bike rolls out, our engineers already know which options are worth exploring, and that preparation gives them a critical head start.
Okay, thank you very much, Race Intelligence, for sharing your knowledge with us today and obviously being a valuable, as Davide said, virtual teammate and driving innovation with the Ducati Lenovo team. Racing, though, as we said before, is not just about machines, it's about people, it's about organization and keeping the whole structure moving in the same direction. To explain a little bit more, please welcome Ducati Lenovo Team Sporting Director, Mauro Grasili. Ciao Mauro.
Good morning, everyone.
Good to have you with us up on stage here, Mauro. I have a couple of questions for you. First of all, though, the bike, the livery, this red and the white lines, what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, we talk a lot about the bike. Claudio said a lot of things, but you know, this color is a mix of the essential thing of Ducati, our DNA, our sport, soul, our how can use our history, because this year is very important for us, and also the red, because the red is color very important for us. So we put together this element, and we create a new color called Rosso Centenario. And as Claudio said, it's inspiring of our racing bike in the past.
It's absolutely beautiful, I have to say. Beyond the technology, though, I wonder from your point of view what the key is to managing the human side and keeping such a large and successful group working together as one team.
Yeah, I would say that the human side is so important for us. So we can have the best bike, we can have the best technology, but without the right people, it doesn't matter, it's not important. So I mean, our team is our power. The people work together, the people achieve the result together. So without the right people in the right position, there's no result.
And how important in a project like this is it that the partners, sponsors, a lot of them in the room here today, how is it that they really feel a part of the journey and they're not just supporters from the sidelines?
Yes, the sponsor, the party is so important for us. They are not just supporting us, but is really part of the project. we love to share our result. We love to share with them our target, and when they can understand the work behind the result, they really became member of the team. If you can, if you can have this kind of relationship with them, you create a really important relationship, very long way, and we can stay together for a while.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important to have this kind of relationship with them.
Absolutely. And I believe now we've got more people that you want to bring up on stage.
Yes, I would like to have with me the very, very important people. I would like to start with Michele Pirro, he's our test rider. Please, Michele, join us. Davide Tardozzi, our team manager, please. Riccardo Savin is our MotoGP project leader. And finally, our Iron Lady, Lara Rodini, sponsorship director of Lenovo.
Davide, if you want to go in there. Welcome all of you up onto stage. We haven't got too long, but if I could just ask all of you perhaps for a key word for the 2026 season from your point of view. Michele, we'll start with you.
Speed, of course.
Of course, I wouldn't doubt anything less from yourself, Michele. Davide, what about yourself?
I would say continuity on performance.
Okay, Riccardo?
It's hard to synthesize, but I choose driven.
With rhythm, okay.
Well, if I have to choose one, then is relentless.
Relentless,
yeah,
okay.
It is the combination of the Ducati performance, the Lenovo power, no compromise, no comfort, only push together for another season. And when the lights go out, being relentless is the only way forward.
Well, let's hope it all pays off this year. We've got pretty much the whole team up on stage. Gigi, would you like to say a few final words for us here yourself?
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank all the sponsors, all of our partners, because without his help, we cannot achieve the result that we are achieving. And I also to say, I have to say thanks to all the Ducati course employees that work really hard in these years. And, you know, thank you very much.
Of course, not everyone up here on stage. To close this evening and to officially open this new chapter in 2026, please welcome back onto stage Claudio Domenicali. Claudio, would you like to say a few words, perhaps, to all the Ducatisti, all the media, the sponsors we have?
Yeah, I think that we are really at the end, and so it's been kind of very emotional, as always, very special for this centenario. But what makes me most proud, and that I feel that there is the same spirit of actually when we started this journey, and the competition will be strong. Competitors will try to beat us as much as possible. But I think that with the support of everyone, with the kind of determination this year, and all the Ducatisti back home that cheering for us, and all the support that we have in the room, I think we will have a very, let's say, competitive season. So the best of luck to everyone, and thank you to everyone for the support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Claudio, as well. And a reminder, what we are celebrating here today is not just a bike. It's not just the two riders, two fantastic champions that we have up here on stage. It is a method, it's a shared ambition, it's a team. And the next chapter in the team story starts right here and right now. A reminder, in just a few days, the team will be back on track. As you can see, the shakedown test in Sepang, Michele will be there for that. That's at the end of January. Moving on then, the official riders will be out on the track in Sepang before a second test in Buriram in Thailand in the middle of February, just a week before the start of the season, the last weekend of February, first Sunday of March, race time, the Thai Grand Prix from Buriram. I'm sure, like me, that you can't wait to get started on this journey. To everyone here in Madonna di Campiglio and to everyone at home joining us from around the world, thank you so much for being here, for joining us, and for being a part of this story. The wait is almost over. The story starts now. Enjoy your campioni in pista. This is the Ducati Lenovo Team 2026. Forza Ducati!